This is something I'm never tired of repeating. It is seldom the most well-read student who gets the highest marks. It is seldom even the best student who gets the highest marks. It is always the student who can impress the examiner the most who gets the highest marks. How do you impress your examiner? In a number of ways. And one of them is to use the right word in the right place. Today, we shall take a look at three words which can add glamour to your answers, especially if you are a literature student, especially if you are a humanities student. The first of these is scintillating. Scintillating. I repeat, Scintillating. Scintillating. Scintillating means sparkling, shining brightly, brilliant, excitingly clever, dazzlingly skillful. There was a time when I was in love with this word, and I would feel very unhappy if I did not insert this word into an answer that I had to write as a schoolboy. Scintillating means brilliant. You should write scintillating essays. If you write scintillating answers, you will be able to impress your examiner. John Donne has provided the canonization with a scintillating opening. John Donne has provided the canonization with a scintillating opening. The second word is solipsistic. Solipsistic. I repeat, solipsistic. Solipsistic. What does solipsistic mean? Solipsistic means referring to or characteristic of solipsism. What is solipsism? Solipsism is a philosophy that claims that the only thing one can be sure of is oneself, one's mind, one's experiences, one's sensations. You can use the word wherever the writer focuses intense attention on himself, on his mind, on his experiences, on his feelings, on his sensations. And that precisely is what writers are doing most of the time. I think it's a very useful word because you will find numerous passages to which the word solipsistic can be applied, and solipsistic is a word which can be easily inserted into your answer paper in order to impress your examiner. For example, you have the beginning of the celebrated Nightingale Ode of John Keats. How does the famous poem begin? Let me try to remember. My heart aches and a drowsy numbness pains my sense, as though of hemlock I had drunk or emptied some dull opiate to the drains. I hope I am quoting correctly. I memorized the poem as a schoolboy. This is a passage which invites the use of the word solipsistic. You can say the opening lines of the Nightingale Ode of John Keats are the work of a brilliant but a neurotically solipsistic artist. I repeat, the opening lines of the Nightingale Ode of John Keats are the work of a brilliant but neurotically solipsistic artist. We now come to the last word, taxonomy. Taxonomy. I repeat, taxonomy. Taxonomy is a word, is a term commonly used in biology. Taxonomy is a branch of science concerned with classification, especially the classification of organisms. The botany degree students have to study a paper titled Taxonomy. Though taxonomy is a technical term in biology, especially botany, it can very well be used in literature, in the humanities, whenever we have to refer to any kind of classification. Take a look at the sentence. The century-wise classification of British poetry proves to be a very unsatisfactory taxonomy. What is required is a period-wise classification. I repeat the sentence. The century-wise classification of British poetry proves to be a very unsatisfactory taxonomy. What is required is a period-wise classification. Or take a look at the sentence. New criticism was not too much concerned with genre taxonomies. I repeat, new criticism was not too much concerned with genre taxonomies.